Touchdown, Michigan!
After a disappointing 2020, the Wolverines look to bounce back and contend for a Big Ten title while proving the professional naysayers wrong.
McNamara, slant cut, caught! Touchdown, Michigan!
Head coach Jim Harbaugh revamped the coaching staff during the offseason to bring a new energy to the Michigan sidelines. With a roster full of talent, the Wolverines are poised to show their back. The Wolverines kick off the new season Saturday, September 4th against the Western Michigan Broncos at the Big House. Game day coverage begins at 11 a.m. with kickoff at noon on 790 News Radio WSGW.
Sponsored by Forward Energy.
This fall, new memories of Michigan football are made right here on WSGW.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
It's me, the number 3, with some exciting Michigan lottery news I guarantee 3 you're gonna love. It's tripler time.
3 cheers for Club Keno players. Hey, hey, hey! Because for a limited time, it's tripler time.
Love it.
Random tickets will print with a doubler or tripler message. If it appears on your winning ticket, your Club Keno and extra prizes will be doubled or tripled.
Would you mind repeating that last part?
Or tripled.
Sweet.
So the fun's as easy as
1, 2, me.
With Club Keno tripler time.
Only from the Michigan Lottery 3.
Lottery.
Oh, sorry.
Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Fly ball left field, deep at the fence, and looking up, and it's gone. Akil Baddoo, opposite field, 2-run home run. He homers in back-to-back games.
The Tigers play 6:50 tonight on 790 News Radio WSGW. Now, the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Hey, we're having a great day. We are in Fairgrove in Michigan's thumb, Tuscola County. The reason why we're here, for the first time in a couple of years, we are back to Fairgrove for the Michigan Bean Festival. And one thing that I quite honestly did not realize, I've been coming here a lot over the years. Even when I was in high school, came here all the time with some friends. We had a great time at the Bean Festival, but I never realized this year is the 75th year of the Michigan Bean Festival. Obviously, a lot of counting kind of went by the wayside over the last couple of years because many of the festivals and events just didn't happen. And a lot of folks found alternative ways of doing things, or for most folks, just didn't do anything much at all. But now this year, we're kind of getting back to some of the events that we used to go to and had a lot of fun at. And this is one of them. And hopefully you'll have the opportunity to slip around here over the next couple of days to the Michigan Bean Festival and take part in, well, the kids, the younger kids ride some of the rides. The older kids, there's plenty to see. There's going to be an auto show coming up here tomorrow. Becky was telling me registration's right around 10 o'clock. So we're going to see some of the older automobiles. Those folks will be around. Also, there's antique tractors and old engines. There's mud bogs. There's all sorts of things that you'd expect from a festival. And one thing in particular that we really didn't talk a lot about was an auction. It's my understanding this auction has been a real fundraiser for the Bean Festival folks. They've been at it for a few years. Marty Wagner and Ryan Sheehan both let me know here within the past couple of hours, be sure to tell people about the auction because they do generate a lot of money. And what do they auction off? Well, from what I understand, a lot of businesses as well as individuals bring things over to be auctioned off. There's some pretty nice stuff as well. So you might want to check that out. That's on Labor Day itself, on Monday. kicks off at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that and all the other activities going on here at the Michigan Bean Festival. Oh, and incidentally, did I tell you good food? Yeah, there's a lot of good. Neil French, come on over here just for a second from ADM. I have to assume that some of the food is going to be bean soup.
Yeah, it's going to be, and there's going to be fresh bean soup. We started harvest a little bit on the early side, and it's going well.
We'll talk a little bit more about the bean harvest and some of the other things going on, sugar beet harvest as well. But before we do all that, we want to say weather-wise, absolutely beautiful day, 75 degrees, sunshine. Clouds will be rolling in a little late. There is going to be a chance, ever so slight, but a chance. I want to say only about 10, 12, 15% of the land mass is going to get a sprinkle, and that's going to be about it tonight. 58 for a low. Sun will set this evening at 8:08. Rise tomorrow morning at 7:04. Tomorrow, partly sunny. Be a few more clouds around as we go into the afternoon. 77 for a high, 60 for a low. Once again, a system will be trying to work its way through the lower peninsula. It'll start in northern Michigan. My guess is the further south it gets, the more dissipated it is. So a spotty sprinkle here and there, and that's going to be about it for tomorrow night. Then on Sunday, a lot more in the way of sun. There will be shower activity in the upper peninsula and around the Straits area. And once again, that activity will try to drop down through the state. I think the best chance of any shower activity on Sunday will be after sunset, but after midnight, things should be clearing off again. No gully washers, no heavy amounts of rain. It's going to be very, very, very spotty. Monday looks like a very nice day all the way around. Sunshine, 78, 79 degrees for a high, 52, 53 with clear skies on Monday night. Then we'll move into a period where we might have a much better chance of precipitation. That'll be on Tuesday, but 80 degrees for a high, 60 for a low. Then on Wednesday, once again, later in the day, a chance of some showers around. 72 for a high on Wednesday, 52 for a low. Then Thursday, right back into the sun. We're going to be looking at temperatures in the low 70s to finish things off the work week next week. Record high in this state is 96. That was set way back in 1898. Can we talk about global warming? I don't think so. 1898 is the record high. It was tied, incidentally, in 1953. The record low 35 set in 1946. And a year ago, our high was 85. Our low was 56. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. We'll double check on the markets in a moment, find out what's going on there. But before we do all that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. You've been looking for a better nitrogen solution for your corn crop, a nitrogen source that stays put and doesn't leach away. Now it's easy to find. Pivot Bio Proven 40. It's the tiny nitrogen-producing microbe that tightly adheres to your corn's roots and has a big impact on your bottom line. Turn to a better nitrogen. Turn to Pivot Bio Proven 40. Find out more by getting in contact with Don or Allie Morris in Birch Run. Their numbers, 989-239-2791 or 989-780-3770. Pivot Bio Proven 40. Along with me, Gary Kaufman at Star of the West. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Terry. You got Cody here today on this beautiful Friday.
Okay, I got Cody. That means one thing. You know what that is?
And Gary's on vacation.
Hey, there you go. Good move. What's happening, Cody?
Oh, we got a good day here in the markets, Terry. You got a lot of green across the board. Kind of looking at everything the way it sits right now. We got cash wheat, that's up 6 right now, 674 on the white, 639 on the red. New crop 2022 wheat, that's up 2, 712 on the white, 652 on the red. Then looking over at corn, I'm going to call corn up 1 right now at 567. New crop corn is also up 1 at 477. And looking over at soybeans, they're the big mover here today. Cash soybeans are up 10 at 1243, and new crop soybeans are up 10 as well at 1233.
Kind of a tough week, but a great way to finish it off. You think we'll be able to hold these prices for the rest of the day?
Well, kind of looking at everything that's come across my desk and what I've been kind of analyzing here this morning, I believe that there is a little bit of strength kind of going into the week, and I think that's maybe why you're seeing a little bit of this green across the screen. Everyone's maybe kind of hedging their bet as the markets closed on Monday. I think you got a little bit of traders coming to market just to make sure their positions are where they're at. And then in addition to that, I mean, we're kind of looking, everyone's big question mark right now is there's kind of that, I would say a bearish kind of, maybe even bullish now at this point, kind of pull over the halted Gulf shipment activity due to Hurricane Ida. It's got a lot of power outages down there around the Gulf, down the Mississippi River, which provides a lot of our exports. And there's kind of a lot of question marks around there. So you kind of got the market a little on edge on is how long it's going to take for everybody to bump back up. And in addition to that, where's demand going to come from, or where is demand going to go for all of our crops here right now?
All right. Cody, you have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week, okay?
That sounds good. Appreciate it, Terry.
You bet. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. A little bit more as far as what's going on in Chicago. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. It's Ram Ag season going on right now at Schaefer and Beerline. Make a new Ram truck a part of your everyday use for family, farm, and business. See Schaefer and Beerline since 1852. Where family and service sells cars. And by the folks at Thumb Bank, serving the needs of farmers for well over 125 years. A couple locations in Bay City, also Cassidy, Caseville, Pigeon, and Bad Axe. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Doug, what's going on?
Well, it looks like the gold and silver is the big movers today. 3.5% on silver, 2.5% on platinum, and a whole percent on gold. Those are the up movers. Nobody really down today. Stock market down a little bit. The jobs numbers came in. I think it was about 200-some thousand added, and they were looking for 720,000 added. So, yeah, I guess the Fed's going to be in our lives for a long, long time, printing money and trying to get people to go back to work. And why don't they just eliminate unemployment and boom, people go back to work? Who knows?
Anyway, I guess there was a
your numbers.
jobs report that came out, Doug, showing the numbers weren't as good as what they had hoped for.
Right.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to work. I mean, if you got $50 in the bank, you're good for the weekend.
Hey, there you go.
I guess. Here's your numbers. December corn, 5.25 3/4, up 1/4 penny. The March corn is 5.35, up a penny. November soybeans, 12.93 1/4, up 10 cents. The March soybeans, 13.07 3/4, up 10 1/4. December wheat, 7.23, up 6 cents. And the March wheat is 7.34 1/4, up 5 3/4. Crude oil, 69.62. They're holding that pretty solid, down 32 cents. Heating oil is 215.81, down a penny. Gasoline, 215.67, down 0.6 penny. Natural gas still on a run, 467.5. That's up 3.5 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2521 at the border. That's down 30 ticks. The yen is at 109.67, down 25 ticks. The euro is at 118.79, up 6 ticks. And the dollar is at 92.12. That's down 10 ticks. Gold's at $1829.70, up $20.30. Silver's at $24.79. That's up 87.5 cents. And then platinum's at $1017.40. That's up $23.50.
Have a great weekend, Doug. We'll talk to you next week.
On Tuesday.
There you go, Doug Klein. over at Oppenheimer. Broadcasting today in Fairgrove, Michigan Bean Festival grounds. Tonight, 6 o'clock when things get off and running. Neil French, come on over here a second. Andy Bernia with Crystal Hybrids, come on over just for a second. First of all, Neil, we're going to be crowning a queen tonight, right?
Yep, 7 o'clock. And I was fortunate enough to be one of the judges again this year. And we've got a very nice queen again for this year.
What's really cool, and I say it every time we're here, you take a look at that west wall here of the community building and all the queens. The scary thing is, Andy, when I take a look at that, I remember emceeing a few of those girls, and that goes all the way back to 1982 was the one queen that I helped crown back in the day.
Yeah, I know. I was involved in the festival back in the 90s, and that's always the great thing about the Michigan Bean Festival is, I was involved for a good 10 years, but moved on to other things. And then there's always somebody else in the community that steps up, and it's the volunteers that make this festival work year in and year out. It's a great tradition in this community.
It sure is. Neil, when we talk about hardworking folks, obviously a lot of them volunteer the efforts here at the festival. They take time from away from the fields and come in and work. And right now, we're just kicking off the dry bean harvest around these parts, aren't we?
Very much so. We got a good early start of planting this year, and we predicted it to be Labor Day weekend, and it just stayed a couple days ahead. But we're just going well. Everything is coming in really nice. It's dry. We could, if you get a little help, we could use a little shower right now, but just not too much. But it's going well. It's just starting out, definitely.
What are our producers telling you right now?
Yield is they don't want to tell you right to the T, but they're very pleased with what they're bringing in the trucks. And I think the quality, the yield, the price is good. They'll make some money. That's positive for the industry.
How many different varieties of dry beans do we raise in this area?
A good number is like 6 to 8. We have some Mizukis and different things, the white kidneys and such. But the navies, blacks, small reds are our dominant. Starting to see a few more pinto beans go in. And one thing that we see a lot of now in Michigan is organic. And then that's very positive to the industry. And we have an organic representative on the Michigan Bean Commission. So that helps that industry along with everything else.
We do have a little bit of competition. Those guys to the west of us in the Mindak area, Dakotas, that part of the country, they had kind of a tough year this year, didn't they?
Yes, it's been stated right along. Michigan was the garden state, but don't be over judging. The major problems in North Dakota was in the pinto bean area. The navies and blacks, there's still going to be some beans out there, but you're seeing that reflect to our price. So as a farmer, take advantage of the higher price because we have a garden, we have a crop. Them poor guys don't have much to harvest, really don't.
And there is a demand out there for the product, isn't there?
Very much. We had a lot of contracts done in the mid-30s earlier, and then the end users may eat off them till about January, February. Then he'll come in the market and buy some more. But there's not a lot going on with new sales as of today. They're still working on the contracts that we did back in November and December.
Another crop is the sugar beets. We're harvesting those. Call it the pre-season. Andy, how's things looking so far?
Things are looking very good. We're hearing a lot of fantastic reports. Quite a few of them are in the high 20s and some into the 30s. My sales agent in Canada harvested a field this week and it cleaned up over 40 tons. So for August, that's a phenomenal yield. That's phenomenal yield in October. So it's a big crop. And the really good thing is that the sugar content is coming up nicely. The crop has kind of been turned yellow for a few weeks now. And like I think most crops, maturity is a little ahead of normal. So we're expecting potential for a record-breaking crop.
Have the producers been able to get a good handle on some of the disease issues?
Yeah, I think generally speaking, we're well ahead of it, well on top of it. Growers are doing a great job spraying. The genetics are getting better. Of course, we introduced our CR Plus technology this year, so those varieties are essentially we're spraying them half as many times as the conventional varieties. So they're looking great. We're really excited about those, and in general terms, the crop seems to be very healthy.
Both of you stick around. I want to talk about different varieties and moving into the future. what some of these producers can be looking at, if there's some new things that are going to be available on the market, and when are they going to be available. We'll also be talking a little bit about crop insurance. There's a few folks that are interested in that, becoming more interested as we go through the next couple of years or so. Aaron Reinbold with the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency is joining us. He'll be along with us right after this.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center. We're more than a custom paint store. We have everything you need. From carpet to lighting, it's all here. With quality and satisfaction guaranteed. Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Since 1959, count them, that's 62 years, Northeastern Paint Supply has been serving the Tri-Cities. We have the most knowledgeable staff in the area, offering you the highest quality products in the industry. Benjamin Moore Paints, Hunter Douglas Blinds, Quazell and Kitchener Lighting, Flooring from Flooring America, fireplace doors, gas logs, and custom-made rugs. It's all here under one roof. Northeastern Paint Supply, Saginaw and Bay City.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See Kim Weiss at Lingle Equipment, 3001 Sawyer Drive along I-75 at the M81 Carroll exit just south of the Zilwaukee Bridge, Saginaw. Call Kim today at 989-754-7801 or email at k.weiss@lingle1.com.
Our broadcast brought to you today by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. Hey, they take care of you. Why don't you stop by or check them out online at frankenmuthcu.org and find out why more than 55,000 of your friends and neighbors say the Frankenmuth Credit Union is their hometown financial solution. Aaron Reinbold, come on over just for a second. How you doing?
Fantastic.
You've been busy these days. And of course, anytime you talk insurance, you got to talk to people. They don't really understand all the ins and outs of what's going on. And you have to really keep up on stuff because it's changing all the time.
Yes, everything that we do is regulated by the federal government, and the rules are set, the prices are set. So we're constantly trying to develop the programs and add more crops and add better coverages for the growers. So yeah, we're constantly keeping up on the more metamorphosis of the industry.
Now the sugar beet folks, they took on a little bit different slant on crop insurance this year.
Yeah, we had to. With the WHIP and the disaster monies available from the 2019 prevent plant year and the low yields, they had the WHIP program. So if growers took advantage of that and had a payment, now they were required this year to purchase at least 60% buy-up. And then that is also going to continue on for wheat. And then next year, corn, soybeans, dry beans, spring planted crops will also be added to that. And that is a 2-year commitment. They have to purchase that coverage for at least 2 years, or they'll be required to pay the WHIP money back to the government.
And we're beginning now the wheat crop insurance program, aren't we?
Yeah, right now we are still in price discovery. As of this morning, it was $7.23 a bushel is what we are insuring wheat for. Wheat is red wheat or white wheat, doesn't matter the color, so it's all insured under the same policy. And that sales closing deadline is September 30th.
Anything that producers need to be aware of as we look a little bit further ahead into that 21-22 crop?
First, we got to make sure that this year with the 21 beets, they've added or clarified that drought is a peril that is insurable. And if that causes your sugar beets in a rare case, being that we have a great year this year. But there are a few claims coming in already that the early dig beets are below their guarantee. So if drought is the cause, they will not add the early dig factor for beets dug before October 1st. So definitely contact your agent as soon as possible if your early dig beets are below your guarantee.
And as far as corn and soybeans go down the road?
There's some new things coming. A lot of it is corn belt related, so we have to modify the rules to fit the Michigan growers, but we're working on that. The true rules will come out in November, but definitely be in touch with your agent to realize the benefits that could be for you.
So how do we get a hold of you, Aaron?
Our office number is 989-868-4722 or 800-345-7247, and we're available online, and it's the Mike Lasar Agency. You can ask for me and or Mike, or we have 13 agents, so it's we cover the whole state of Michigan.
I was going to say you're licensed for the whole state, and you do organic.
Yeah, I specialize in organic. About a third of my book is organic, and it's a special place in my heart. My family is organic, a lot of my cousins and uncles, and so I take extra time to learn the rules, and it's a unique situation compared to conventional crops.
Yeah, it sure is. Aaron Reinbold, take care. Good to talk to you.
Thank you, Terry.
You bet. Let's check and see what's going on. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll check a little bit later on with Chuck Cervinsky and find out what we should be doing in the front yard and the backyard. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
The Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.